Hey everyone, welcome back to another speed paint. This time I'm going to be covering one of my favorite pieces that I've done. This was during this year's art fight back in July. This dragon's name is Bernardo. I don't own this character, I only drew him for art fight. If you saw my last video where I talked about starting with a set of lines and it being called On Base, this is not the case for this. Unfortunately, I don't have the recording where I did all my pose sketching because this was before I even knew that Procreate recorded your artworks. I did the sketching in another project and that has since been deleted and I can't retrieve it. I've done this only one other time that I can remember, and it was because I wanted to make a bigger canvas at one of the presets that I have. I wish I knew that Procreate recorded your work process because then I would have been able to show you the sketching as well. I hope you'll still enjoy this though. Anyway, let's get started. I remember having this idea almost right away. A tip for if you're drawing others' characters, read any description there is about them. The owner of this character had a little description of him that he absolutely loves food, so I figured that he would definitely be seen laying down relaxing after a big meal. Any opportunity you can take to save time with an artwork like this, where big portions are pretty symmetrical, take it. It's convenient to be able to copy, paste, and flip horizontally or vertically. I did this with both the legs and the wings. There's also a setting you can open up with Drawing Assist to do completely symmetrical images, but that was not needed for me here. Using references is so important, no matter what you're drawing. In the case of drawing someone else's character, there's nothing worse than getting them wrong or missing key details. An example being is that this guy has a single finger on his left hand, the same black color of his belly. Always remember the original orientation of your reference photo. I have flipped the image here so that I can get an easier sense of filling in the correct color and details of the head. It's very easy to make a mistake like this when a character has something like a scar on only one side of their body, like Bernardo. This year's art fight, I decided I was going to work more on my backgrounds. I wanted to try to do a background for all of my pieces, even if it's something simple like this grass, because that's something that I struggle with personally. When drawing characters like this, think of the scale of things. This is a big dragon, so the grass is going to be small in comparison. I probably could have made the grass brush a little smaller, but I still think it looks good. I've said this before in my other videos, but I'll say it again. My favorite part is always the shading and adding highlights. It really brings out the shape of whatever you're drawing. In this case, laying in the sun in a grassy field, there's going to be a lot of spots that the light hits his skin. Being an above view, the only real shadows here are where his body rests on the grass and where his head rests on the hand of his left wing. At this point, I thought there was definitely something missing on the grass, so to give it a little more life, I decided to add both cloud shadows and the appearance of flowers. Remembering the scale of the dragon, I chose a small stipple-like brush effect and made yellow flowers to finish it off. As always, thanks for watching, and remember to give support by liking and subscribing for more.